Hello everyone, this is Jim Okrasinski with this week's lecture video. I would like to begin with a review of the cover letter and unit and the assignment. So as I say here in the overview, reflection and revision is a process where real learning takes place. We're going to spend the last few weeks of the semester reviewing past work, writing revisions, looking at past assignments, and generally looking back at the writing process that has been kind of encouraged throughout the semester. So the objectives here are reflect on the writing process, which includes the drafting, the peer review, and revision, to develop a strategy for revision of two previous essays, because you have to revise two of your previous essays, for not only the cover letter but the e-portfolio, and then communicate the revisions by completing a revision plan. So we have that document. I'll probably get to that at the end of the lecture video. So the general course objectives here from the syllabus and the department are that apply to this unit. And I want to take a little time really going through some of the prompts for the cover letter essay assignment. So the rationale here is throughout the semester we have focused on the writing process, whether it's brainstorming, ideas, researching, drafting, and peer reviewing. Our goal has always been clear and concise communication. Being an effective writer requires re-seeing your work through a critical and reflective lens. So the last assignment here, you will pick two of your previous essays to revise while writing a cover letter explaining the rationale for your selections and revisions. The first part of the cover letter, your opening should answer the following. So I'm asking these questions, and this is all in a paragraph format. So how do you define revision? When you came into college, what was your definition of revision? How has that changed over the semester? What steps have you taken this semester to revise for different audiences and contexts? How has that been influenced by some of the assignments that we've had? How does purpose, audience, and context impact the work you did this semester? Something new in a rhetoric and composition course. Purpose and audience are critical in writing and accomplishing and really meeting the outcomes of the assignments. What role does peer review play in your development as a writer? So I'm asking you exactly what did you get from peer review this semester? Some assignments that might have been a little bit, some assignments that might have been a little bit more. Some assignments, somebody might have provided you some feedback that really help you shape your final draft. What do you consider to be the most important components of your writing process? So we talk about the writing process as the drafting and brainstorming and all that work that goes into writing an essay. What's the important component for you? Because it's different for everybody. What was your strongest work this semester? Beyond the learning outcomes, what individual goals did you have this semester? I mean, what was your goal for this particular English class? You have to admit this is quite a bit different than what you've experienced at high school because of the way we focus on purpose and audience. What have you accomplished that you feel proud of? So it may be different for different people, and you can answer that, but that's the front portion, the opening of your cover letter. So you can see there's quite a bit of content that can be derived from writing about these particular prompts. So I say the next step is for you to take a look back at the essays you've written during the semester. Looking back, review not only the grade, but also my comments and the comments offered during peer review. Maybe you didn't really have an opportunity to, seriously look and consider some of the peer review feedback. Might have been in a rush, could have been working. Whatever the situation may be, perhaps maybe you didn't get a chance to execute those changes. So be sure to review the original essay assignment and any notes that you might have too as you look back at those essays. Okay, so after you look back, choose two essays and then look at the following prompts. Why do I want to continue working on the essays? What did I originally plan to do in the essay but was not able to accomplish? Maybe for some reason you didn't get to the feedback on the peer review. Maybe there was something in your mind that you wanted to accomplish, but like I said, a hectic schedule, maybe a little procrastination caused you to cut the process short. What opportunities for improvement do I have? I mean, what is your upside? Look at that. It could be just points that you want to achieve a little bit higher of a grade, but there might be other factors in determining which essay and how you want to go about revising that, right? So the idea here is oftentimes you get a lot of students who will take another shot at essay one because they can quickly add details and descriptions or narrow the timeline and actually convert a telling story into a showing story relatively easy. On the other hand, sometimes students struggle with the reading of Blue Collar Brilliance, and they just don't want to return to essay two and write that summary. For some students, adding a little bit more summary, moving things around might be an easy task. However, it's up to the individual. I've had many a time students say, you know what, Mr. O, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to go back to Blue Collar Brilliance. I get it. I understand it. If you can't really make it much better, you have no interest in it, then what happens is that your revision will not be successful and you won't maximize whatever it is that you can get not only in the cover letter, but an additional points when you resubmit an assignment. So look at this and say, and here's additional prompts is how can I make focus clearer, integrate support more thoroughly, reorganize, restructure, or reframe the essay, edit sentences, clear statements, active voice, or in other words, demonstrate a concerted effort in revising. Now let me be clear, this is not fixing a few sentences, adding some punctuation, and calling that revision. That's not what this is. Most of the essays that I've looked at could really use some holistic restructuring, paragraph structure, more details, more specifics, more coverage for the Blue Collar Brilliance article. So really, if you're expecting a large jump in points because you just kind of fiddle with a few sentences and call it good, I think you're going to be a bit disappointed in that end. The only new writing that will be the cover letter. I am your audience for the cover letter. You are writing it to me. You are telling me all about revision in your writing process in the opening, and then you're going to be as specific as you can in the second portion about the essays you're revising. Now, the important component here is that you have to execute the revisions before you can write the back half of that cover letter. Hope that's clear to everybody. Don't tell me what you're going to do. I want you to show me what you've done in the cover letter. Your success and your grade on the cover letter is really determined by how well you show me the revisions that you performed on your other two essays. If you're just going to blow it off and tell me, now remember, essay 4, the cover letter is worth 150 points, just like every other essay assignment. So I want to make sure that everybody is aware of how this will be assessed. So remember, you have to have a minimum of 1,000 words. But if you go through these prompts and you really tell me what you're doing and revise your essays, you genuinely look at the opening where you discuss revision and peer review, believe me, you will not have a problem getting to the 1,000 words. In fact, if you look at the example essay and the appendix of the textbook, I believe that one's about 1,700 words, maybe a little bit more. So content really is not going to be an issue with this. So I'd like to just show you real quickly in the cover letter, set up the cover letter folder in our Drive folder. Also have the revision plan instructions here. So I want everybody to really take a look at the revision plan instructions that are posted in the course folder. I will review the Google Drive instructions for the last folder, our last assignment, in a later video. I want to make sure that everyone takes a look and reads through the revision plan. I will go through this in detail on Sunday night's screencast video, since it'll probably be a little bit longer than a normal screencast because there will be no lecture video produced Thanksgiving week. We'll just let everything kind of lay and pick it up right after the holiday that Sunday night with a new screencast video. But I will talk about this in detail, how to go about the revision plan. So if you have any questions or issues, please send me an email. Remember, both discussion boards posts, you have 2 posts, and responses are due by Sunday. If you have any questions, like I said, please get a hold of me. Good luck. Stay safe out there.